hello! See, it's been so long since I've made a YouTube video that I forgot my intro was hello fellow Nyans! Hello fellow Nyans! Hello, it's me, the CEO of uploading things a year late. I don't want to go into detail about why I've not been active on YouTube, so here it is, my long overdue Vietnam vlog! Narrated by me! Enjoy! After 10 hours in the air and 2 hours drive from Hanoi, we arrived mid-morning at my mum's hometown, Haiphong. We got comfortable, greeted family members and had a nice family lunch when my uncles forced Levi to get drunk at midday. Thanks for your input, Chippy! Usually around the afternoon, it's common for everyone to take a break during the hottest part of the day, also known as a siesta. But we're on holiday! Heat's not gonna affect us, so Levi, my brother and I went out to explore. We decided to visit a couple of local temples. I'm not actually sure what they were called though. I think after about an hour of exploring, we decided to take a break because we were sweating. We headed to a bubble tea cafe called Sado Chado, and this refreshing drink is exactly what we needed to cool off. Fast forward to late night as we literally just rested and freshened up to go clubbing, or as my aunties would say, bar. In their words, bar is clubbing. Let's go to the bar. It was a pretty lit night. We drank, we danced, we made a new friend, we ate fruit. Yes, they serve fruit in the clubs. And we discovered this genre of music called Wiener House. It's literally the same beat like in every club you go to. Dun, 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 dun. On day 2, we woke up to rain. Lots and lots of rain. Listen to how heavy it was! Luckily, it died down by the time we were on our way to Ha Long Bay. After arriving at Ha Long Bay, we hired the entire boat to my family, and off through the rocks we go! This particular rock is the one that appears in the 200,000 dong banknote. I tried to be cool here, but the wind fucked me up. After taking our touristy pictures, we had a super nice lunch that was prepped by the staff on board. I think after another half hour after we finished our lunch, we finally arrived at one of the largest caves in Ha Long Bay, called Hang Sung Sot, which means surprise cave. And trust me when I say we were dripping with sweat down there. Gotta add that slow-mo shot of me admiring the scenery, you know? Actually 8 caves to visit in Ha Long Bay. I think in 2013 I visited the Heaven Cave and the Wooden Stakes Cave, so hopefully in the future I can visit the rest of them. Once we got back to the city, we booked rooms at the Lutut Hotel. That's the way my family say lotus in a Viet accent. Lutut. After hanging out with the family and celebrating my cousin's birthday, us millennials ventured off on our own. On day 3, we spent our day at some random beaches, but I started my period, so I couldn't join my family in the water. Afterwards, we headed home, but not before stopping by a restaurant that purely sells buffalo meat on its menu. When we got back to my mum's hometown, my first cousin, once removed, but we'll call him my nephew to make things easier, took us to this delicious local sea snail restaurant. He also took us to a popular place outside where they sell Vietnamese desserts, which was super refreshing and filling. At night, we did karaoke, and I'll let the video play to show you how cool it was.
Holy crap, this room is huge! What?
Are we in a spaceship?
What? There's a DJ booth or something! We're in a spaceship.
It's animated as well.
Victor!
On day 4, we flew to central Vietnam and landed in Da Nang. But no rest for the adventurers. We dropped off our luggage, freshened up and drove straight to Hoi An, where we did a coconut boat tour. By the way, they do charge foreigner prices, so best be prepared to feel discriminated, or to prevent this, have a Vietnamese friend who is fluent in the language to be with you. It was a super relaxing tour, but definitely a tourist trap. The most interesting thing to see was this dude.
Right next to me.
At night, we headed straight to the town of Hoi An that everyone goes to for the beautiful lights. Yep, we did another boat tour. We sure do like our boat tours. It was worth the 20-minute ride, as it was super pretty and romantic. On day 5, we had a long day planned ahead of us because we were heading to Bana Hills. But first up, we woke up around 6 AM to head to the beach, and oh my gosh, the waves were super huge! I actually got swallowed up and did a 360 spin under the wave. After a little beach awakening, we headed off to Bana Hills. Banana na 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 na.
Let's say I miss you when I'm tipsy. Let's say I think about you once or twice. Let's say I want
Here we did a long ass cable car ride which had spectacular views.
someday you feel the way I do.
I think the ride lasted for about 20 or 25 minutes, and this led us to the amusement park. Most of the park had lots of Instagrammable spots where you could take nice pictures. There were some scheduled shows, but not gonna lie, Levi and I kind of found this boring, and we were sat in an area where there was no shade, so we went off to explore the rest of the park. After walking around, we came across this cool alpine roller coaster which you could control yourself. We weren't allowed to bring a camera on, but I was being the sneaky. The Golden Hands Bridge was probably the most busiest tourist spot, so if you ever go here, go early to get the best pics.
He was nothing but a city boy. Nothing but a city boy.
Unfortunately, it started raining super heavily, so we ended our trip and headed back down on the cable car again. We pretty much did everything anyway and spent a good amount of time there, so the rain was a good time to wrap up. Later that night, we headed towards the city and checked out the popular bridges called the Love Bridge and the Dragon Bridge.
Nothing but a city boy. So what? No.
We were here on a weekday, but I recommend to go during the weekend because at a specific time, I think 9 PM, the Dragon Bridge blows out fire! From this point of the video, some of the stuff is going to seem really jumpy in time because a lot of my footage was on a camera that got stolen, so yeah, but we'll get to that at the end of this video. Day 6 was our last day in central Vietnam, and we planned a little half-day trip to Cham Islands with a tour group. We got to tour the village, but the main thing we signed up for this tour was the scuba diving. We got to dive up to 10 meters with the help of our guide and got these cool pics. Here's Sang, my mum, Kim, me, and Levi. Once we were done, we headed back to land and ate delicious food. In the afternoon, our driver took us to Marble Mountains where we got to visit Buddhist Hell Cave. We got to climb up these super steep steps up to heaven. My mum was gonna come with us, but because it was so steep, she backed out. But us kids, we adventurers. We continued forth, and the view was worth. This wasn't the only part of Marble Mountains, so we headed back down to explore the rest of it. I kept hearing this strange noise, and after nosing around, I found out it was this frog. Excuse the ugly laughter, but I'm so easily entertained by animals. Honestly, I was not wearing the right footgear to explore caves, but luckily I didn't slip. After sweating away from tons of walking, it was time to head to the airport to fly to Saigon. We arrived there really late due to delays, so as soon as we got to our Airbnb, we had our rest. Day 7 in Saigon. The first thing we did was visit Ben Thanh Market and had a nice breakfast. I had a bánh xèo, which is like a Vietnamese okonomiyaki. We didn't stay in there very long because it was boiling and the market workers were so annoying. Like they would just hassle you to come and see their products at their shop and stuff. Jump to nighttime, we had amazing street food and walked around the city. Afterwards, we went to Bui Vien Street, which is a long party street. Unfortunately, some of the footage that I filmed can't be put in this vlog because the cam got stolen. We stayed out pretty late, which was not a good idea because day 8! We had a super early morning planned for a long-ass 2-hour drive to the Gucci tunnel tours. As you can see, this is my face of regret for not getting enough sleep, for staying out late. I never learn. At the tour, we learned a lot about the history of the Vietnam War and how the soldiers survived in the jungle. I think we had the best guide as he was actually a soldier from then and told us the history and experience down to a T. This part of the tour is where visitors can experience what it was like for soldiers to go down into the tunnels, and I do not recommend this if you are claustrophobic. There were lots of things to learn on this tour, like the types of traps that the soldiers used, the techniques on how soldiers would find their way through the forests,
different sound.
and the types of materials that the soldiers used for crafting things. We also got to crab walk through the tunnel to experience what the soldiers went through, and I must admit my legs were aching after a few meters. After finishing the tour, we got to experience shooting at a gun range. Not gonna lie, that recoil was hard, and I think I wasn't even holding it right. After the Gucci tunnel tours, we drove to Mekong River where we got to visit a honey bee farm. And the bees were actually so friendly and cute. Even Levi was comfortable and he's super scared of bees. this was around 4 in the morning. We were partying with friends and we were very drunk. On our last day in Saigon, we just toured everything that was in the city. From architecture, to Instagrammable spots, to Levi being weird.
Đi trong mùa xuân mới, gió nắng reo kia trong băng treo cùng trong làng đi.
On day 10, we headed back to Haiphong. Bye bye Airbnb, you served us well. We didn't do much when we got back since it was such a tiring trip, but at night we had a nice, huge family dinner. On day 11, we got to do one last bit of exploring of Haiphong. We visited this area called Tuitingkop, which has a really blue lake that has a pH scale of 11.3. So if you were to swim in this lake, you are gonna suffer health problems. Oh, Levi and I thought it would be really funny to reenact the scene from Lion King here.
Brother! Help me! Long live the king! Ah!
And here are the rest of the spots we visited that I don't remember the names of. One last night of clubbing was a must. On the very last day of our trip in Vietnam, we went grocery shopping! Because who doesn't love Asian snacks? See you soon, Grandma! Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Quick thing regarding the stolen stuff. We had a DJI Osmo, a spare phone that we'd attached to the DJI Osmo to act as like a little monitor. It was in a case that sort of looks like this. Well, it looked like this, but in black, and it like organizes your stuff nicely. Levi put that in the big luggage amongst all the stuff that we brought from the grocery store. Case was hidden under his shoes, his dirty clothes, whatever. I didn't actually know he put it in there. If I knew, I would have told him to put it in the carry-on and not the check-in. And usually when Levi and I travel, we don't actually put locks on our suitcases because we feel that if they were to investigate the suitcase, they can still open it anyway, so might as well just keep it unlocked. So yeah, we've never traveled with a lock. And my mum would always say you should travel with a lock, always, especially at Noi Bai airport. But yeah, we checked in fine, except that there was an hour or just over an hour delay for our flight. But anyway, it's funny because it was not until 5 days later when I asked, hey, where's the DJI Osmo and all our footage, because I want to sort out the Vietnam vlog. We couldn't find it. We searched everywhere. I came to the quick conclusion that it was stolen. And yeah, it was a I should have listened to my mum moment. I contacted the support at Noi Bai airport and they said they didn't see anything suspicious, but obviously there's gonna be someone who knows where all the hidden cameras, where the cameras would be hidden. I don't care that we lost the DJI Osmo or the spare iPhone. I just want the footage. So that's why some parts of this vlog was a bit like skippy jumpy and like random ugly clips from my Instagram story here and there. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I don't know when I'll see you guys again on this channel. I do have a Greece vlog from 2019. I am so bad with these things now. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the vlog. See you, thanks for watching.